Good afternoon.
Your phone on mute.
Good to have you here on a windy Saturday, but it's beautiful. It's always this way in Bonham. So, in fact, I was talking to one of the Reddy brothers, and I said, "Why don't you move to Bonham?" I said, "We need a whole Reddy circle here." So, a lot of things are going on in Bonham. It's good to have you here. Good to be a part of this. I thought that it would never happen. It was incredible. It seems a little more than 3 years ago, I drove in next to this building right over here to our left, and I stopped and I said, "GK, get out." Got out, and I said, "Look up there." He said, "What is it?" I said, "That's the new Holiday Inn Express." And he said, "I can see that." I said, "I found the kindred soul." So we got a great thing going here. I got a new hotel and a friend to boot. We want to thank you for being here today, number one. Number two, we've got some guests that are going to speak to you. And but before we do that, I'm going to ask Reverend Cecil Jones if he will come and say a dedicatory prayer for us here.
Thank you, Mayor. Let us bow our heads. Eternal God, our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity we have. We thank you for allowing this new business to come into our community. We pray for their success. We thank you for the job that has been done. We ask, Father, that you bless everyone that's present here today. We pray that this is just the start of something new for the Bonham community and for Fannin County. We thank you for Jesus who came and bled and died for our sins. We thank you for the forgiveness of our sin. We pray that you create within us the right spirit, Father. Bind us close together as brothers and sisters in Christ. This we ask in Jesus' name, and for his sake we do pray. Amen.
If you will, please rise if you're sitting, and hand over your heart. We're going to ask Kim Jones to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars to the perilous fight over ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great. You may be seated. We have several guests with us. We have the mayor of Chandler, Texas, Larry. I've forgotten already how to pronounce that. Where are you, Larry? There you go. Anyway, it's good to have you from Chandler, Texas. Also, Jim Moffitt, who is the economic development guy from Chandler, Texas, is here with him. So good to have you guys here. This is an exciting moment for Bonham, Texas. There are just so many people to thank who had a big part in this. This all started one day. I got a call from Clark Sanderson. He's here, I know, and he called me and said Bill Yarborough has had a guy talk to him about building a hotel in Bonham. I said, who is he and where is he right now? And so I found out that Bill Yarborough had the phone number from Legend Bank, and I called the number right then. And the guy said, GK Ready. I said, you're my guy right there. And he invited me to Dallas to see him, and he bought my dinner. I said, this is really the guy. And we have had a great friendship ever since, and he has built a quality product. He has hotels in Plainview and in Childress, and just is a wonderful human being. You need to get to know him, because he is one of those guys that you like instantly. He has a whole team, and he's going to introduce you to them, to his investors. But it's a great time for Bonham, Texas. I wish I had a nickel for everybody that came in today. They said, boy, this is great for Bonham, isn't it? There's so many things happening for Bonham right now. We got the expansion of 121 going. We've got new industries, new businesses, all kinds of things happening here. Building, of course, the new lake that's going to be 6 miles wide and 17 miles long. That's going to bring a lot of that Dallas money up here. In fact, one of the guys was telling me here, I was talking to him a moment ago, he said, I've already bought land in Bonham. I said, that's a good thing, because it's getting higher all the time. You better do it now. And it's a great thing for Bonham, Texas. There's lots of other guests I should introduce here. The City Council, a lot of the City Council, I see Bob Thomas and H. Compton. Who else is here from the City Council? Our City Manager, of course, Sean Pate here. And we went from an old geezer who is back here, Bill Shipp. Bill and Susan are here. He's our former City Manager. He's now the interim City Manager down in Murphy, Texas. And we really appreciated Bill. Bill did most of the heavy lifting. Sean's taking all the credit. So we have some members of our county commissioners that are here. We have just several people, and if I start this, it's going to go all day. So I will tell you that I never get things like this done. We've had a lot of grand openings lately, and got some more to come, I'm sure. Sean will tell you about that, but the lady who really makes all this happen for me is Judy Teller. Stand up. I got a call from Channel 12, said we can't be there. We've got a big story, and it's going on. Said, can you get somebody to send us a picture or send us a video of it? And I said, sure, Judy, go do this. So I don't know who she interviewed or what she interviewed and what picture she got, but she's also a TV reporter. Anything you need. We have several people here with us today. Among them is our state representative. And Larry, I'm going to have to get this out of here. I went into all the trouble to prepare it. He's been for more than a decade. How long have you been? 13 years. I was thinking something like that. He is an attorney from Sherman, Texas. He earned a BBA degree from Baylor University. We'll forgive that. Carl McEachern is here, though. Carl, who is the chairman of our foundation, Bonham Industrial Foundation, is a big Baylor man. In fact, I was going to give him some trouble over the Baylor laws here in the Final Four. Yeah, there you go. All right, from Baylor University, it is Justice Doctor Juris Prudence. Okay. Well, it says JD. But and then, yeah, smart guy. From the University of Houston, he and his wife Robin live in Sherman, and he has served the House of Representatives for us since 2006, 2003, okay. Before I screw it up anymore, it's Larry Phillips.
Thank you, Mayor. It's nice to be in a position where people forget how long you serve, but it's awesome to represent Bonham and Fannin County in the Texas Legislature. And I think that over these last few years, we've seen some great things happen in this community. And this is just another one that's really some icing on the cake. This is an awesome opportunity. Whenever you can have people, invite people to our community to have a great place for them to stay, a safe place, a beautiful place, an opportunity to bring business, people looking to bring business, have a place for them to stay, people coming up here to just experience our community and what we call historic tourism, and just the opportunity to share what Bonham's all about. And you know, we've got some great museums right here, just within a half a mile. What an opportunity to market those even better, and a place to stay, and a starting point, and then we can go out to the winery and go other places, Gabe, and great opportunity for our future. Talking about Baylor, I was kind of conflicted when I knew it was today too, because that was going to be the second round of we were going to play Duke, but Yale put us out. So Yale and Duke are playing right now, and I hope Yale wins since they beat our Baylor Bears. But this is a special day, and it's an honor for me to be here with you and join, and to see so many smiles and so many people happy. And so, GK, I just want to thank you for your investment here, and those, your family and the investors for coming here. You have hotels in some wonderful West Texas towns, and you understand the values out in West Texas. They're going to give you an honest day's work. They're going to be honest with you. They're going to be straightforward with you, and those are the same people here. You know, we get in this region. I don't know if I get told I represent East Texas. This is kind of the start of Northeast Texas, but these are good people here. And as you've known and you found out, we've got great citizens, and they're going to be they're going to love to have their families stay here. And you know, I think about when families come. Sometimes it's bad times, you know, but sometimes funerals, and you have families come back. Where are they going to stay? They're going to stay in Sherman. They're going to stay somewhere. Not anymore. There are places for them to stay, whether it's graduations, whether it's weddings, all those kind of things where you want to have a place for people to stay and be proud of. And thank you for bringing that. And with that, I'm going to end it. Just I've got a flag. If you'll come up here, I've got a flag that Texas flag that flew over the state of Texas. That I flew over the Capitol in Austin, and I just want to present this to you and welcome you to Bonham, Texas. And thank you for continuing to invest here, but throughout Texas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry. Bob Hall, our state senator, had planned to be here, but had some other duties that he had to go attend to. He did send, I know I did, Sarah Cover. I want to do this right. Sarah Cover. Sarah, could you stand? Thank you to be here for us. We do have our county judge who joined us, Spanky Carter, and Judge Carter has been a lot of help in getting this project to completion. He is a steadfast stalwart for the city of Bonham and for Fannin County, and we want to hear a few words from him.
Thank you, Roy. Larry, I'm like you. My Longhorns got beat last night on a last-second shot, but I won't take a lot of your time. I just really want to say thank you. I feel very fortunate, number one, to be your county judge and get to serve in that capacity here in Fannin County. We do have a bright future. As Mayor Floyd said, we have so much opportunity here in Fannin County, and I'm just very thankful to be a part of it. I want to thank all of y'all for being here. We got a great crowd today. A lot of folks here, and that's a great sign of support for Mr. Reddy and his hotel. You know, I just really feel thankful today. I appreciate appreciate Larry. I appreciate everything he's done for us here in Fannin County. He's always here. You know, he shows up all the time at everything we ask him to be at. You've done a great job for us, Larry, and everybody feels like that, and I want you to know that. And Congressman Ratcliffe, I mean, you're doing an outstanding job. You really are, and everybody knows that. We're so appreciative of it. We really are. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, I know it's got to be true that some congressmen, they kind of forget about the small counties, but you've never done that. You've been here a number of times, many times, and we're thankful for that. And we know you'll keep doing that, and we know you'll keep doing a great job, and you're just doing outstanding work for us, and we're really thankful for that. So, really. And, you know, Mayor Floyd, he tried to give me a little credit for this deal. I didn't, you know, I didn't do anything in this. But I'll tell you what, he's worked on this project for a long time. And even before this project came to be, he was working to try to get a hotel here in Bonham. And, you know, y'all just can't imagine how much work that Roy Floyd has done for this city. And we all really need to be grateful for him. He's been a great man for this city. He really has been. I can't imagine having a better mayor than Roy Floyd. And Mr. Reddy, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking a chance on us and believing in Bonham, believing in Fannin County. We appreciate that. And I promise you, we won't let you down. If we can ever help you at the county commissioner's court, me as the county judge or any of the commissioners will help you any way we can. We're so glad you're here, and we're thankful for that. So with that, that's really all I had to say. I just appreciate everybody being here. I just appreciate the opportunity. I really do. So good luck to you, sir. And if we can help you, that's what we want to do.
Now I should just let you introduce Congressman Ratcliffe. But I did all this work, so I need to do it. Listen, just traveling the computer, getting something out of it's tough for me. I'm too old to work those things. I had to call my high school grandson, say, come help me. So he did it. John Ratcliffe was raised by hardworking middle-class parents, both of them school teachers, the youngest of 6 children. So you got lots of tutelage along the way. John earned a scholarship at the University of Notre Dame, where he graduated in 3 years. Not only a good-looking guy, he's a smart guy. While attending the SMU Law School, he met his wife, Michelle, whom he has been happily married with 25 years. The couple has 2 daughters, and the family lives in Heath, Texas for the past 18 years. He was the top federal law enforcement officer for a 33,000 square mile area of North and East Texas, including almost all of the 4th Congressional District. He served 8 years as the mayor of Heath, so you know what the big money's really like. During the George Bush administration, he was appointed to multiple posts, including U.S. Attorney 2007-2008 and the Chief of Anti-Terrorism and National Security for the Eastern District of Texas. In addition to combating terrorism, John led a national operation which resulted in the arrest of more than 300 illegal aliens. He is a congressman who has been representing us for the first term, and now he's working on the second term. And we thank him for all his work. He's been very responsive. It's hard to fill the shoes of a guy like Ralph Hall, especially since his shoes were size 13s. But John has done a great job for us. He's been there every time we've needed him. We give him a call, and he gets things done. So I'll give you the congressman for the 4th District, John Ratcliffe.
What a great afternoon, And what a pleasure it is for me to be here with all of you today to celebrate such a momentous and milestone occasion for this community. The long hours of planning that are necessary to go into launching a project like this is something that not just Bonham, but all of Fannin County should be really proud of today. You know, Ronald Reagan once famously said that the role of government is to foster opportunity, not to smother it. And like he was about so many things, Reagan was right about that too. It's that philosophy that has really driven the Texas economic model, a model that does get government out of the way, one that allows for ingenuity and innovation and entrepreneurial spirit to do projects like this. It's what has allowed the Texas economy to grow 2.5 times faster than the United States economy, to create more jobs here in Texas than all other 49 states combined in the last 6 years. And it's a great example of the type of philosophy that's worked right here in Bonham, Texas. This grand opening is just a great example of what happens when you allow free market principles to go to work, and where government plays the proper role, the role of facilitating and fostering and supporting, instead of telling us how it has to be and how it must be, and instead just supporting private investment from the private sector. You know, I have only had the opportunity to represent this area for 15 months, so when I talk about how government has worked or the way the role of government should be in a project like this, unfortunately I can't take any credit for this. But Representative Phillips and Judge Carter, they can. They've been a part of this community and a part of this project from the beginning, and both of you do deserve credit, and you should both take tremendous pride in what's happening here in this county, and we all thank you for that. And as Judge Carter said, right here in the city of Bonham, nobody has worked harder to foster opportunity and investment in a project like this, like Mayor Floyd. Mayor, what a great day for you. What a great legacy today represents for your service to the city of Bonham. Congratulations. And I know that the mayor will be the first one to credit so many others associated with the city for the success of this hotel. City Manager John Pate, former City Manager Bill Shipp, your collaboration in this community with the Bonham Economic Development Corporation and the Bonham Industrial Foundation, without the hard work of all of you, of all the dedicated leaders here in this community, the investment in this community to create this type of opportunity simply wouldn't have been possible. So again, I congratulate all of you, and all of Fannin County thanks you. And so, as many of you may know, today's grand opening here represents the single largest investment in the city of Bonham in the past decade. And on that note, we should all thank Mr. G.K. Reddy and his team for all they've done to make this project possible. See, Mr. Reddy, you're the other part of that equation, the part where the private sector takes advantage of the opportunities that have been fostered, and you make a commitment, as the judge said, making a leap of faith, making a commitment to invest in the community. So thank you, and thanks to all of your investors for placing your faith in Bonham, Texas. I can't thank you enough, we can't thank you enough, because the investment here just isn't a financial one. This investment in this project brings the promise of being a magnificent multiplier for this community. The impact of this can be felt, rippling effect throughout all of Bonham and all of Fannin County. Of course, the multiplying effect is in part an economic one, the one that can be measured in jobs that it took to construct this, and now that it will take in maintaining and operating this new hotel. And it can be measured in the flow of visitors and customers into this hotel and their resources, and in turn their investment that they're going to be making in this community. But the effects aren't just limited to the economic kind. Their impacts will be social and they'll be cultural, because this project promises to reinforce the values of hospitality and courtesy, of excellence and efficiency, of community and confidence. The Holiday Inn Express brand exemplifies the highest standards of corporate governance and human resource development. And through the creative design of this wonderful hotel and the activities that it's going to support, this effort will nourish and strengthen civic and community pride in Bonham, Texas. But the single greatest effect, the multiplying effect that this investment may have, will be a motivating one. The motivating effect that any successful new enterprise inevitably brings to other local enterprises, because companies watch each other. They watch for potential investment opportunities. And because of that, this new project here invariably will bring an increased amount of interest into more projects just like this one. This investment here and today's grand opening sends a very strong message. It's one that says loud and clear, Bonham is open for business. So again, congratulations to all of you. Every one of you here today should take tremendous pride in what we're seeing here. It's really wonderful for me to have the opportunity to be here with you and to share in your success today. Thanks for having me. God bless.
Thank you, Congressman, for being here. Washington hadn't ruined you yet. You know, it's nice. It's nice to have people represent you when you can't be here all the time. Of course, Congressman represents us in Washington, D.C., and very ably, but just on a day-to-day basis, it's tough for him to be a part of all of our communities. How many, you've got 550,000 people, something like that? 700,000. 700,000, okay. 700,000 people, so it's not just Bonham, Texas, but he's got a great assistant in Chris McKinney who represents him here. Thank you. She is always ready to go. I mean, you got a project for her, she can make it happen. We have with us our city manager, Sean Pate. He's been here, what, on the job, a year?
9 months.
9 months. Well, it seemed like a year. Nevertheless, we want...
That means I'm on a short leash.
Yeah, he's been a great part of this project, and so a word from Sean Pate.